Okay, so we're looking at some questions about solar power. How much does solar energy cost? And that cost varies depending on mostly financing options and lease or ownership. And there's a lot of options for that. And there's options for rebates from the state, particularly here in California. How do they look on your roof? Well, they look like solar panels. And anybody can say they look amazing. And I suppose that they are like the newer tiles. That might look better. I mean, but they look like solar panels. They're low profile. And at the end of the day, you're not really thinking about it. Nobody is. I mean, they're so commonplace. It's not like a freak show. How does it work? The sun hits the panels. They convert that into energy in the form of electricity, where it is harvested, sent to an inverter. And that unit creates a transition from DC to AC. And there you have AC power that is properly regulated in terms of its spikes and everything. And just like the power company, clean AC power. What's the environmental impact? Well, you're using less fossil fuel, less CO2. And so if enough people went solar, it could actually have an impact on CO2 levels. What if I want to sell my home? Then you sell it, and then you transfer the solar power contract. How much will I save? Should I buy it? Should I lease it? Well, probably depends on your long-term goal, cash options, how much you want to have invested into owning the equipment. And that's really hard to answer anybody's specific question. It depends on what their financial goals are. Is it less expensive than electricity from your utility? Well, yes and no. At first, it might cost more, but one thing that can be counted on in California is annual increases in the cost of electricity and changes in the tiered structure, so that you get pushed more and more into those top tiers where electricity moves up into the high 20 cents and maybe higher soon per kilowatt hour. And so unless you're using no air conditioning and running a fridge and two 20-watt bulbs, you're going to get pushed into upper tiers. In which case the solar is capped either at the cash price or your lease, which that can also have small increases, but you're going to beat the odds over time. All right, so we'll probably stop there. If you want to know more and have individual consultation, call the number right here or below. And so do it now. Pick up the phone, call that number. There is someone there that will explicitly answer every question you could possibly have about solar power. It is definitely putting a control on your utility bill long term. You stop worrying about how much you're using, in the sense of, I mean, if you're grossly wasteful, you're going to blow past your system's capability and be back to being charged by the power company. But it gives you a lot of relaxation about usage and the tiered structure and so on. So call the number right there and below.